For me, one of the reminders is in uncovering the story is not to always make assumptions based on people's appearances. And recently I had the pleasure of having a cab ride with a big burly guy named John. And we did the usual, when you get into a cab, you start talking about just sort of some basic things, but pretty quickly, I like to ask questions. We got talking about family and relationships. And John started to tell me the story about his son and how he and his wife had separated, and he was concerned about his son when he was young, and he decided to take over raising his son. And he gave up. He was a long haul driver at the time. He gave up being a long haul driver so he could be at home with him. And he said, there was a lot of issues in terms of his behavior, but he said every morning when he woke up and every evening before he went to bed, the thing he always said to his son, the last thing was, "I love you, and I'm here for you. And I might not always love your behavior and the way you behave, but I love you." And he had tears in his eyes, and I was in the back seat of the cab feeling totally choked up. And it was just such a great reminder in terms of being a parent of two sons, that regardless of how my kids behave and some of the things that they do and the concerns I have, is that I love them and I need to tell them that. And when I got out of the cab that day, we had a big embrace and we each went on our way. But the thing that was so neat is we each touched each other's lives, I think, in a really, really special way. And that was just because I'd made that decision to try and uncover the story. And both of our lives are enriched for it. So I encourage you to go out there and uncover some stories.